Hello, it's Karen again, and today we're going to carry on making the motorbike. We've left our wheels and our handlebars to dry. Yeah, so they're ready. And now we're going to need a ball of grey. This is about 50 grams. I'm sorry I can't show you my scales, my battery's decided to go flat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a rectangular shape for the main bodywork of the motorbike. There we go. It's a nice rectangular shape, and I'm going to use just a spot of boiled water on my brush just to rub that on the end to make the end sticky. There. And then we're going to get the wheels. I'm just going to push the wheel into the grey fondant there, and so we have our main bodywork, and we're going to now put that back onto the board and leave all of that to set so that all becomes hard. But in good Blue Peter style, ta-da, there's one I made earlier. So the next stage of this is we're going to actually put on the mud guards. So I'm going to do this one in blue because I have an order for a blue one. So I have a nice sort of a sky blue for this one, and put that to one side. I'm going to roll the ball so it's sort of a giant pea or a small Malteser size. Normally works for this. There we go, we'll get our balls approximately the same size, and then we want a larger piece for the tank and a little piece for the headlight. And there. I'll put my other icing back in its bag so it doesn't dry out. And then we get our first ball. I'm going to roll this into a sausage, and then I'm going to use a pinching action. I'm going to flatten out the sausage. I want it to be a good size, and using some boiled water, moisten the wheel and push the mudguard on the front. Oops. Let's do the same again for the back. Nice size. I always just brush a bit of the water off the brush onto the back of my hand there, just so that it's not too wet, because you don't want your icing to be so wet that your new icing just slips straight off, because that's just annoying. So I'll have our next mudguard on, and then for the tank, what I do is oopsie-daisy, just wreck the bike. It's okay, we can rebuild it. There we go. Out of the way. I'm going to roll this way. So making, I would say it's quite a pear shape. I just want to indent that there. Get my bike back. And some more boiled water. So I'm going to rub the boiled water here and here. It looks a little bit wet, so we'll rub a bit of that off. And then we're going to put the tank onto the engine and onto the front mudguard. Okay, and then we want a little bit more boiled water on the front of the tank and on the front of the mudguard there. And we just, the handlebars, you have to put this hole facing forward. And so you press the flat part into, oh, I did show you this was the set one, yeah? That's set hard. Don't try and do it with the soft one because it won't work. It just bends all over the place and gravity takes over and it ruins everything. So that's there, and then we're going to get the tiny piece there. And don't worry if your bike starts to lean slightly, it gives it more of a character because then it looks like it's actually more in motion. And then we're just going to put a bit of water into that hole there, around the edge of it, and a little bit more onto the front of the mudguard. Don't worry if you've gone too far because it will dry out. And now we've got our teardrop shape, and the point is to go into the hole, and then we push, and there we go, and we have our headlight. And the next stage is for me to put on the seat. So I'm doing mine in black. Put the motorbike again out of the way. We need my black modelling icing. This is what I make myself, so it's a nice consistency for me to work with. And I'm going to roll that into quite a fat sausage. Yeah, it's quite a fat sausage. And then I'm going to get a little bit more boiled water, and that's a bit much, and put that onto there, onto the tank a little bit, and then I get my seat and I go down, so it's touching the tank, press to hold it so it's now stuck, but it's sticking up. Now you can, if you want, make it into one of those seats that sit up, or you can push it down onto the back mudguard, press there, and you can create this two-seat for be able to work for your pillion on the back. And there we have it. There's the motorbike so far. The next stage is to put the forks down there, and I'm going to put an exhaust